Albert Einstein once said, "The world will be a better place if those who react when they needed to react." He further illustrated that being an evil man does not mean you committing evil in essence, but being silent when evil is being committed will gratify and make you an evil man. And the Bible in Matthew chapter 5 also corroborated this fact. In Matthew chapter 5 verses 9, that blessed are the peacemaker, for they shall be called children of God in the beatitude. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. And we are all witnesses to this. And Prime Minister Abiy, in his speech in 2018, when he won the Nobel Peace Prize, when giving his speech, he said, and I quote, that if you reject the youth and the young people, social and economic justice, they will reject peace. They will reject peace. And I repeat again, Prime Minister Abiy said, if you refuse to give the youth social and economic justice, they will reject peace. We are all witnesses to the horrendous killings in Tiko, chief town of Fako division in the southwest region of Cameroon, and where we experienced the 6th killing of innocent civilians of the Cameroon's Development Corporation, CDC, in banana plantation, and also scores of workers were wounded as far as that attack is concerned by suspected separatist fighters. In that regard, some people obtain threatening injury in which they may not recover or have to do normal life choices. As far as that is concerned, we are also witnesses to the fact that close to 39 young men in Ekona, chief town of Moyoka subdivision in Fako division, southwest region of Cameroon, were also arrested on the field while playing football, a symbol of national unity, which we quantify as football. They were arrested. These young men and women were not on the street demonstrating. They were arrested while playing football. We watched how their mothers gathered and marched to the office of the mayor of Buea municipality and also to offices that matters, demanding that these young men who were at peace celebrating the game that unites Cameroon football, who were arrested, should be released. We all saw how some were released and some are still in custody. We don't know why and how, but we are sure that Cameroon is a state of law, according to the word of Minister Paul Latanganji. And if that be the state of law, we know the law will take its course, and we know those who probably are innocent will be released. In all of these, we have people who keep saying that these people who were killed in the northwest or who have been killed in the northwest and southwest region are black-leg, are cooperating with the Amber fighters, and so on and so forth. But we must bear in mind that for peace to reign in Cameroon, we must not build a foundation on a shaky ground or on a sandy soil. Christ once said that, "Peter, you are the rock upon which I will build my church," because he realized that the rock is solid and cannot be tempered. And there is a song we always sing when we go to church, that on Christ, the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. And when we look at the troubles in the northwest and southwest region, when we look at the backbiting, the name-calling, the intimidation, when we look at the betrayal, when we look at people being killed by virtue of their political or ideological belief, one is tempted to ask the question, how far is God from Cameroon? How far is Allah from Cameroon? How far is karma from Cameroon? How far is justice, peace in Cameroon? All of these, if it doesn't resonate anything in you, the sacredness of life of a human being has been desecrated. Before, it will be scarce for you to see how people are being killed and celebrated. But now it is a new normal in Cameroon, where people are killed and brought to the square, and we celebrate the killing and take pictures. And the message we are sending to the young and upcoming youth is that this is what you should be doing, whether we like it or not. I remember a time when when you hear somebody is killed, it will be difficult for that person to be paraded. But these days we see social media, how people are being killed and brandish black leg, and their hands and fingers are being shown on social media. And I cry and I ask the question, where is God? And we all are silent. Majority, the silent majority is quiet. In the wake of all this praying that peace should come, the Bible that you so believe in states that faith cometh by hearing and by doing, and that without work you can never achieve faith. Keep praying all day long. Keep praying and fasting, and don't take an action, and let's see how peace will come. This is House of Commons with me, Tah Mai Jarvis. You're welcome back from that transition. If you are just joining us, you're watching House of Commons. Today's edition, we are looking at two topics here. The first topic, we are looking at the killing of youths, the killing of innocent civilians in Tiko banana plantation under the Cameroon's Development Corporation. Last week we looked at it, and we are now corroborating, now looking at also the fact that in the similar light, immediately after that, some 39 youths were arrested in Ekona while playing football. And also, we are asking the question, with this think tank, and with the attack along Ediki Road on Thursday by armed separatist fighters, we're asking the question, who is against peace in the Northwest and the Southwest region? The second topic that we shall be looking at is special status, with governors still fully in control. How special is this special status? We were told by the special status that the elected officials of the regional assembly will be fully in control of the regions, will be commander-in-chief of the region, or the CEO, the chief executive officer of this region, that is the Northwest and Southwest region, that have this special status. But the powers are still in the hands of the governors. The governors still have the powers. And we are looking at, since when the special status was announced, since when the election of the regional assembly occurred, till date, how special is this special status? But before then, let me introduce to you my guest with whom we are going to discuss all of these and also look at the preview as to what is happening next door, Nigeria. Joining us here is Mr. Suleman from the Kumba, which happens to be the commercial capital of the Southwest region. He is a member of the Social Democratic Front. Welcome and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Jarvis. Hi, my co-panelist. Hi, our favorite listeners outside there. We have one of our media prime to brainstorm on silent issues affecting our countries. So just stay put and listen to how we dilute the situation.
I want to thank Allah, the most merciful, compassionate, for bringing you safe, and the creator of the fourth heaven for making it possible for you to be here. We remember last time you were on your way here, but you sustained, you had an accident.
Yeah.
So we want to give Allah the glory.
Amin summa amin.
Thank you very much. And also here in the studio we have a barrister and Dr. John Ako. He is a very outspoken person and believes in the rule of law, and also believe in the fact that the law is a law. No one should be above and no one should be below the law. Barrister Dr. John Ako, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine once more again on House of Commons, an information platform on my Media Prime and the BT Media Group. It's a pleasure again sharing this information. Great honor to those who make Cameroon great. Great honor to all the leaders and those that fell for the liberation of the nation. But 70 years after independence, is Cameroon really free? Are Cameroonians capable of expressing their opinion? Are they equally in the same position of gaining the offices they have desired in their life? What are the stumbling blocks? What are the obstacles? who is cheating and who is lying. A republic where liars are promoted and honesty and transparent individuals are demoted. A Cameroon, a country which that was supposed to be a very proud destination and the angle of Africa, today a dismay, and others use the name as a fallen nation, and others say the state has failed. Has the state really failed, or Cameroonians have failed? Those that have been given an opinion or a position to inherit, and why not take care of the nation Cameroon, pretend and always give idea and illusion that after them Cameroon will disappear. Cameroon will never disappear. The nation Cameroon will remain, but us Cameroonians will pass away.
Thank you very much. Also, we have Mr. Kimbang T.Vitalis, a member of the Cameroon People's Democratic Movement, a very objective person who believes in the fact that in as much as you are militating for a party, you should also speak the truth, for the truth is what will save you. Mr. Kimbang T.Vitalis, very well, and of course, thanks for joining us.
Very well, Mr. Jarvis. Thank you, all the televiewers. It is my pleasure to be here once more. I'm very grateful that today I've met Mr. Suleman, which I learned he had an accident last week. So I thought the accident was very, very bad, but today I'm happy to see him. I'm also happy to see the doctor, and I love to listen to him because he's very objective. And I think these are the type of Cameroonians that we need to build this nation together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much also for coming. We want to also thank you all who are tuning in. These are the gentlemen with whom we are going to have a discussion as far as today's program is concerned. But before I cue you in, I want to wish a special happy birthday to you, FAT, from the Catholic University of Boya, the Department of Management. Happy birthday to you, FAT, and many more years. And we pray that may the good God continue to give you strength as you celebrate your birthday. And also want to wish you happy birthday to you, Mary Anna Foma, and also Eukaria, who celebrated their birthday on the 1st of February. We want to wish you guys happy birthday. The Queen of the Catholic University of Boya, reading chemical engineering. I want to say happy birthday to you. And of course, happy birthday to you too, Ghislaine, from the Boya. I want to say happy birthday to you, and we pray that may the good God also continue to guide you, Ghislaine, my very good friend at the Boya campus of CUIB. Happy birthday to you, and also happy birthday to all those born in the period of we want to say the period of February, and to you, Akini, will be celebrating the birthday. Akini Lo Maestro of Negro Choir. Happy birthday to you. I'll begin with you, Dr. John Ako. John Ako, I want us to briefly, 2 minutes, look at what is happening next door Nigeria, to what has been described as the election of the season. Africa's largest democracy will be heading to the poll on Saturday, 25th, to cast their ballot for the presidential election and other elections. But all eyes are on the three: Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, and Peter Obi, who have been, described as the one who is terrorizing the big two. Your take on Nigeria's elections?
Yeah, when we look at Tinubu, we look at Atiku. These are very old tyrants within the ruling class of the Nigerian, even though Atiku is a hardliner in terms of opposition in Nigeria. But Tinubu, coming from the ruling party, it was said, and maybe a lot of Nigerians are saying that they have been having their way through bribery and corruption during elections. And that is why you see in that part of the country, the Nigerian government has equally, or the syndicate of universities, have decided to close universities for this period.
Yes.
And that until after elections can university resume school. It gives us the reasonable character that Nigeria is trying to inform Africans that there is a level of maturity in politics, and that the youths are not to be used as propaganda agents like it goes on in our country. Several times, Cameroonian youths have been tilted to clap and even clamor for the ruling party, and several times a 2,000 francs bread and sardine had been mixed over their brain so that they keep on clamoring for the same long live the king, the sovereign leader of Cameroon. In Nigeria, it is not the story that the youths are part and parcel of politics, and so school had to close down until after elections. This particular idea coming from the University Association was one that piqued my mind, but Peter Obi, equally people have said, is a new brain, fine-tuned, and think of changing the game, and that the old-fashioned leaders may not have their chance. If it happens that Obi succeeds, to me, and my opinion, that I sincerely support Peter Obi. That is going to be a new brain in Nigerian politics. If Atiku wins, then it's a gentleman agreement. If Tinubu becomes the next president, at what age and where will he be leading Nigerians to? We are thinking that at a particular age, there are some men, which we call them the ecclesiastic, those people whom government need to consult. People like Tinubu should try to take their time Obasanjo and get that character where Africans need their brain to maybe push forward, not in active politics. It is Nigerian money.
And don't vote for me because I am an Igbo.
And don't vote for me because I'm a Muslim, or because I come from the north, or I come from the south, or I come from the east. Vote for me because you know I can deliver.
Competence.
Competence. And when you get speeches of that nature, even though at times politics equally go with oratorism, it means that somebody like Obi by charisma might have won a lot of crowd, but it's that the outcome at the polling stations. So Nigerians are given the opportunity once more to make African proud. If they can vote out the Buhari party, and then Obi might be the perfect candidate to give maybe the same revolution in other African nations.
Some Obi supporters compare Tinubu to President Biya.
Yeah, but that is obviously because Tinubu is one of the oldest and the eldest in the party with Buhari, which means that it's a gentleman that you are going to rule and I will take after you. We don't want such a government where leaders are prepared by two gentlemen agreement. And if you look at their ages, can Tinubu really take Nigeria even to the next 8 years? Let's say he's going to win this mandate and wins a second mandate again. Will he be capable of ruling Nigeria to that extent?
So you are fully obedient.
I said Obi Peter remains the ideal candidate, if not for Nigeria, but at least once more for Africa's most populous democracy. Nigeria has a lesson to teach the other nations.
Thank you very much. Saliki, your take.
You see, when it comes to Nigerian election, there are so many factors that come into play. You see, the demographic factor is the most important factor. You have the House of Fulani clan dominating the north. You have the Yoruba Afidefere, the Ogboni court dominating the southwest. That's the 6 Yoruba states, purely Yoruba states. They have 6 states. Then you have the southeast, where it's divided. You have Cross River State, you have Akwa Ibom State, who are not Igbo. They are Efiks and Ibibius. Then if you go down to River State and Bayelsa State, they are a mix up of the Agonis and the Andonis. So Igbo have only 5 states, which is principally Igbo. 5 states: Anambra State, Imo State, Abia State, Ebonyi State, and
Baisa.
Baisa is Port Harcourt. There are 5 states. So you see, the demographic counts. No matter all the gymnastics people say, no matter all the grammar you saw, when it comes to election, demographics counts.
But if it was by demographic, we have had leaders in Nigeria. I've forgotten, this president, he keeps coming, who won from the other side, who was not on the demographic side.
Let me tell you, in 1979, Shehu Shagari was for NPN.
Yes.
Awolowo was for UPN. Nnamdi Azikiwe was for MPN. Aminu Kano was for PRP. This was Wazir Ibrahim was the GMPP. So you see, 4 candidates, 3 candidates came from the north. 1 came from the southeast, an Igbo man, which is Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Awolowo, the Awolowo from UPN. But when the elections came, when he came, the north ganged up, kick Waziri out, kick Aminu Kano for PRP and GMPP. All the constituted a vote on NPN and voted Shagari to be president. When it came to the era of Yaradua, when it came to Obasanjo took Atiku as the vice president. He took Atiku as the vice president, and they won the election for 8 years. They fell apart, and now Yaradua came and died. Goodluck Jonathan became president. He was re-elected again. He came now. He was kicked out while he came in.
Okay.
So let me tell you something. The north is the Yorubas of the southwest, and the northerners are conservatives of the highest order.
Okay.
They are too conservatives. They have a lot of trust and confidence in their own people.
Even with their suffering.
Yes, they have a lot of people in their own people. Let me tell you something. You will see that the 6 Yoruba states, Tinubu is going to clear the 6 Yoruba states. Nobody is going to nobody will defeat him there.
We'll be here on Saturday.
I'm telling you. I'm making emphatic statement.
We are taking your record.
I am making emphatic statement. Tinubu is going to clear all the Yoruba states.
Okay.
The North, the conservative hardcore North. If here is not taken, we'll go to Atiku. Only Benue State and Plateau State may go maybe to Peter Obi or to Asiwaju. Now, let me come briefly.
We are just talking about this.
So what I'm telling you is that it is too early to conclude who is going to win or who is not going to win.
Okay, briefly, we don't have much time on this.
So
where are you? Are you obedient, or are you sacrificed, or are you articulated?
No, I'm hanging on the fence.
No, you cannot hang on the fence.
No, I'm watching.
Oh yeah, you can't. You cannot hang on
I'm
the
hanging
fence.
on the fence, watching how the actors play the game until the last.
Because whatever happens in Nigeria, they will affect Africa's economy. So I put it to you again, Salisi,
that.
Where are you standing? Are you obedient? Are you articulated? Are you bala blue?
No, there's a lot of propaganda from both sides. If you go to Atiku, he talks his own. You go to Tinubu, he talks his own. You go to Peter Obi, he talks his own. So let's hang on the fence and watch. On that Saturday, we see where we go.
I'm sure you are afraid to make a stand publicly.
No, for my stand, if you want my stand, I stand for Atiku Abubakar, PDP.
Okay, you stand for PDP.
PDP.
Dr. Ako stands for obedient.
Peter Obi.
Let me get you briefly so I will go on the topic of today.
Yes, Jarvis, I've been following the elections in Nigeria. I think it would not take me 2 seconds to think that Peter Obi is the godsend to Nigeria. When you listen to his past life as the governor of Anambra State and what he did there, I think if Nigerians don't vote him, they are committing a big error. Because when you look somebody like Doctor said, somebody like Tinubu at his age, is he leading Nigeria to the grave or is he leading Nigeria to emergence? That's why you should ask yourself. But that's somebody that can barely sit on the meeting.
Yes, had a lot of gaps. He's talking about bala blue,
most of the time he sits in the meetings and he's sleeping. So I think that Peter Obi is the right candidate this time around for Nigerians, and Nigerians should not make any mistake of voting any other person apart from Peter Obi. I am fully obedient.
So your house is fully obedient?
Fully obedient, 100%.
Dr. Ako, I just hope that if God willing, on Saturday we'll have time for election night for Nigeria, since we are the African eye. Let's get now to the topic of the day, Dr. Ako. The first topic, we are looking at the killings in cities. We have talked about this, but why I brought this topic up? Because we are looking at the corroborating facts of the arrest of 39 youths in Ekona, and which pose a problem that who is against peace now in the northwest and southwest region? Because we see killing of innocent civilians who are not top government officials working for CDC, who are there to put food on their table. You kill them. We see young men in a corner playing their football, which is a unifying factor in Cameroon, trying to even keep the town alive, arrested. Their mothers had to protest for their release, which means that someone, somewhere, either A and B, doesn't want peace to come.
Yeah, somewhere what we are saying is that when you look at Cameroon presently, what we have been saying is that the machinery of the government is obsolete. A nation where individuals are called to govern, where individuals are supposed to act as leaders, where individuals are supposed to be an example of leadership. You realize that people go on. After some time, it's not the first time. The government in the two regions, in fact, the men in uniform in the two regions of the northwest and the southwest have developed this tendency of always arresting and later asking for huge amount of money for bail. Bail which we don't know under whose authority. This incident always comes out to be very ugly. You can again look at it that several times a lot of people are thinking that things are returning into normalcy. We used to know the story of Ekona. The Ekona village was one of the epicenter of the Anglophone crisis around the Fako division. But now that youths have even tried to get into other extracurricular activities to keep the place busy, it is still within the ambit of this period that some members of the military thinks it is not yet time to declare Ekona a calm and peaceful environment, and that creating tension can come from them. How do you get into a football game and arrest more than 50 persons and take them to Boya? Why not? Is there no station or any ground for military, or can I call, a course study in Ekona, but at one point,
Moyoka is just even nearby.
yeah, very near, they decided to bring them to Boya, and it means sometime again that Anglophones are resilient, and that the Anglophone character in Cameroon is an example one need to copy. Some people were thinking that at this very time, Cameroonians and Anglophone of Ekona origin could not come out, but their coming out indicates that the people are stronger than the government, and that when the voices of the people speak as one, then the force is stronger. United we stand, divided we fall. The people of Ekona again proved to the Cameroonians people that you cannot keep molesting the people all the time, and that there is a time when we have nowhere to go, then we have to fall back on the person. This is just what they did, marching to Boya, getting to the governor's office, and again the gendarmerie where these people were kept. It is an indication that the people, even as we prepare for election in 2025, that Cameroonians can change the state of things, and that if Cameroonians come out as one, then what we have been complaining of might be a story of the past. The people in Ekona are to be saluted, and the courage of what they have done. Somewhere, the governor equally gave a listening ear. If not, we have some recalcitrant administrators too in other areas, which if he was one of that, he would have even informed us. Imagine the situation of the ex-wife or girlfriend of General Nopiti that was kept in Boya until when they were satisfied that she has spent what they wanted her to spend in that place before they were released. Months. Yes, close to 16 months. You can mention that again. You see that for the first time again, the governor are there to public acclamation, and that meaning the Ekona people were right to come looking for their husbands, their brothers, and their sisters. How do we keep on living in such an environment? But we are hearing equally that not everybody has been released. And why is it that some people are still held back? Sometimes the government we have, they always have the character of not that they don't want to take the shame that everybody is released, meaning they went there having information that there were some bad guys around, and to identify the bad guys, it was just to arrest everybody. We have this principle in English law, presumption of innocence, and that any individual that is kept under study is presumed innocent until proven guilty. But in Cameroon, I said people like Wazizi were not even given the space to stand in front of the court and defend themselves. We are afraid whether those that are left behind are under sincere and required legal conditions that warrants them to be there. Is their health safe? Are they eating? Do they have access to their lawyers? Those are the things. And why are they kept? And is the population informed? When you move with other judicial system, Cameroonians were supposed to be informed even by a radio or a TV message. Why those who are kept behind have been kept behind?
A press conference.
Exactly. So it is sad that the judiciary in Cameroon keep on using Cameroonians as laboratory rats to try the efficacy and the extent to which the authority can mount or strangle the people. It is very funny that in the 22nd or 21st century, a lot of people are still unaware that we don't manage justice by our force. We manage justice by the rule of law. Can the head of state equally, like we're talking here, when you allow a nation to be ruled by hooligans, when you allow a nation to be ruled by wickedness, when you allow a nation to be ruled by vampires,
no, you cannot
people
say
who trampled and show strength on only threatening others' lives, it becomes very difficult.
Doctor, you cannot, in all honesty, quantify when you allow a nation to be ruled by hooligans and vampires, because this is a government that is clear on the fact that Cameroon is a state of law.
Cameroon is a state of law. We are still waiting 3 years after what has happened to the victims of Ngabo. It is over 2 years now we are waiting for what the victims of Wazizi, those who torture and kill Wazizi. I don't know whether you have information about it. We are equally waiting for justice to be rendered for those who were killed brutally at the Batibo market. We are still waiting for those who killed in Bali. There are a lot of incidents which indicates that vampirism is a sin of the
yes.
I'm telling you,
maybe an iota of that, but not quantifying.
Not an iota, but those are incidents. We are not saying the whole nation, but those are incidents of hooligans. Hooligans shows that they are more powerful than you are. And when we allow the law to be trampled upon, you have seen it in the United States. Military officers have been arrested and tried for using excessive force.
Even in Cameroon, Doctor.
I don't know.
We have had military officials who killed in the far north. Who killed the
you are talking of the far north. The incident in the far north was referred to as deep fake, if not of international observers like the Human Rights Watch and Amnesty. We wouldn't have known that that incident really took place in Cameroon. We were told it is an incident in Mali and not Cameroon, and this was coming from the porte-parole de l'État. That is supposed to be well informed. It is really disgracing that we stand in a nation where information, even when it comes from the government, is fake, and we are unable to accept. So we push to accept what we are not supposed to. We need still, I'm saying that the incident in Ekona, if the people never come out, you will be shocked at the last end of what will become of those guys. A lot have been arrested. There are a lot in Mamfe, there are a lot in Bamenda, others are in prison. Family members don't even know where they are, and they have not been informed. Should Cameroon continue to be ruled by the strong and not by the law?
Okay, Doctor, so you now agree with me that we are not in a government of vampire and hooligans?
I might not be agreeing with you, but it might still remain your opinion.
Mr. Suleman.
Well, you see, the incident of Ekona is so suddenly shocking and disappointing. You see, peace is priceless. Everybody wants peace. And even the president, in his several speeches to the nation, has reiterated, talking about national unity, national integration, peaceful coexistence, living together. You see, even in his last speech on the 10th of February, he encouraged the youth to love their country, to trust their country, to have confidence in their country. But when I see how the youth were playing football, instruments of oppression just came and arrested them.
And football is a symbol of national unity.
And football is a symbol of national unity. That is the only unifying factor we have in this country. But again, they were playing the football, instruments of oppression came and arrested them and took them to where? Until the mother said, come, enough is enough. This is a contradiction of the government. You are talking about peaceful coexistence and national unity, living together. Then get the uniting factor of the country. You have come now, you are destabilizing it. This is a contradiction. There's confusion somewhere. So I think taking them to where, and the mothers coming out in the numbers to protest and demonstrate and march to draw the attention of the community, of the region, of the world about their children. Innocent children arrested when they were playing football, and up to now nobody has told us a crime. What were their offense? We don't know their offense. They are still being locked up. After that protest, some were released, some are still detained. What are their offense? What crime did they commit? Nobody has come out to explain it. The whole thing is just quiet, like the death of Azizi and the rest. So what we are seeing here is the government should always demonstrate responsibility in everything they are doing in order to disassociate themselves from any allegation. But the government is always quiet. It's always quiet. We don't know about the fate of the other children. What are they? Where are they? Why were they locked up? What is their crime? Tell us, let us know, so that we know how to analyze the issue. But you are quiet. You say you are holding them. No matter, there's nothing secret. There's nothing secret. Tell people what they did, so that we know that these children too, they have erred and they need to be disciplined. But nobody has done that. They are only quiet. And now everybody is blaming the government. Everybody is seeing that the government is that government that does not want peace. If they are saying the government does not want peace, because if you do, you must talk to the people. You are ruling people, you are not ruling animals. You must tell us. But they are quiet. So what we are saying is that the government should always demonstrate responsibility when it comes to certain issues, in order to exonerate themselves from any allegation that would tarnish their image. But being quiet, being silent is safe. Is accepting guilt. It's accepting guilt. So what we are saying is that the government should please release all those 39 people who were arrested in Ekona. Let them all be released. Let them be set free, and let them get their freedom and go back to their homes and meet their parents. That's my position.
Now you said they were playing football, an instrument of operation came in. Now when you use the word instrument of operation, are you by chance saying that Cameroon military is an instrument of operation? of oppression.
That is what the government used not to suppress people.
No, are you saying that Cameroon military is an instrument of oppression?
It all depends on the situation. But for this one of Ekona, I stand by that statement.
That is an instrument of oppression.
Yes. Yes, for that issue of Ekona, I stand by that statement.
But
there are other issues that they work for the benefit of the state. When they intervene, there's peace. I accept that one.
Okay.
But this particular one, Ekona, young children are playing football. You come and arrest them for no good reason. You go and detain them. Women protested. Their mothers protested. You release them.
And the public seem not to know what they may have done.
That's my question. What was their offense?
Like Dr. Ako said that they were supposed to at least issue a statement.
That's it.
Being
quiet is guilt. It's accepting guilt. That's what I'm saying. Tell us what did they do? What was their crime? What offense did they committed? So that we'll know that, and if we're talking, the government has a backup somewhere. But the government is quiet.
So who now is against peace? Because we have seen killing in Ekona.
Point blank.
So what of the killing in Tiko?
Eh?
If the government is against
the killing of Tiko. Look, let me tell you something. What happened at Mondoni is so sudden, shocking, and disappointing. You see, you cannot sacrifice human life for banana production. Life, you see, you cannot sacrifice. On that day, the Amazonian fighters have gone zero. They have given they have issued a statement. 10th and 11th of February is ghost town. But you come and harass PE workers, intimidate workers, send them out to go and work that day. Stubborn one refused to come out. The vulnerable one came out and they made their doom. They were shot and killed, 6 of them. More than 20 have been taken to the hospital. Only God know their face today. And what you see the CDC will do now, they will tell you that take them to the mortuary. We are going to pay the mortuary fee. We are going to pay. We are going to buy the boxes. We are going to buy the addresses. We'll give the families a stipend to cry the die. Look, no amount of money can compensate for a life lost. No amount of money can compensate for a life lost. This is what the CDC people should know.
Okay.
You should know this. You cannot be sacrificing people's life for banana production.
So even at that, so the Amber have the right to go and kill these innocent civilians?
It's an instruction. You must obey.
But why do you obey the instruction where these people?
Because they can meet you when the protection is not there.
Now, I want us to get in context.
Yes.
These are civilians.
Yes.
These are not top government officials.
Yes.
These are people who probably still maybe share the ideology, who are also being marginalized. These are Anglophones killed by a fellow Anglophones.
No, they were forced to go to the banana plantation to work.
But there's no communication.
If you hear even the woman who was saying that, thank God that me and not even come on myself, they can't be forced to no come on. See, don't go kill people then.
But the CDC has not issued the communique to the effect that they were forced. Instead, the general manager has visited them like these workers went there on a normal working day.
That's fake.
We don't have any evidence.
Of the general
we don't have any evidence to show they were forced.
What?
We don't have evidence to show that they were forced.
I'm telling you, from what that woman said over the TV, I heard her talking that they were forced. They say will come out by force. Some will deny for come out. The people will come out, they will kill them.
Now, even if they were forced, but will it be logical that these people have been forced to go to work as an Amber fighter?
You know, Amber are deadly. Amber fighters are deadly. But they are very volatile.
But they are supposed to protect.
They are deadly and volatile. I need to give the instruction, respect the instruction. If you say you want, look, this is foolhardiness. Anybody who goes for foolhardiness ends up like a
we are talking about killing.
Yes.
Why did you go out? You were supposed to protect.
Why did you go out?
You were supposed to protect.
Good. Were they there to protect them? Was the government there to protect them?
No, but these are same
This is foolhardiness.
No, but
anybody who goes for foolhardiness ends up
this is the same Amber fighters that says they are there for the people.
Yes.
And now, if there had not been any other option than to kill these people,
no,
they have not had an option to
why did they go against the instruction of Amber?
To just beat them and let them go.
Why did they go against the instruction of Amber? And other obeyed. They did not obey. So they paid the price.
So should we say that is Amber a legitimate force?
They are not.
Now, should we say that because of the fact that they have disobeyed, others you have the right to kill them?
Because they are deadly and volatile.
Because
you have to fear them. You have to respect the order.
Is that no crime against humanity? Because if we look at the Geneva Convention, which states, and I've always been a journalist that have been firm on this, that if a military sees an armed fighter who has submitted his arms and raised his hand up by the Geneva Convention, if the fighter surrenders, you kill. It's a crime against humanity. Now you attacking the same people who had no weapons to attack you under the guise that they flaunt your orders. Is that not crime against humanity?
It is also on the other side too. It is crime against humanity for you to force workers out of their own evolution, out of their own wish
Okay.
to go out.
Maybe I will come back to you, Dr. Ako. We'll still talk on that. But first, no, let me read on the message. Welcome to you, Mr. Vitalis. This one watching us on social media. Eta Mola Kemamno say Kangaroo la Republic du Cameroon. Raping militia, the highest militia in the world. This one, Bar Kenneth. Good afternoon, House of Commons, Mr. Jarvis. At times, stop being hypocrite. Is Cameroon a state of law? I'm just being objective here. I am not an activist. And Minister Paul Atanganji said Cameroon is a state of law, and I go by that. That Cameroon is a state of law. Whether in theory or in practice, it is left for you to make your personal judgment. Dr. Ako John Ako, a man who doesn't chew his word. This is coming from Mendy Theophilus. And this one, right, it says, Maliva Banda says, Jarvis, be careful. How can you say Bala Blue, 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 Bolaba? And this... man. This one, right. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday to you in the studio, Mr. Jarvis. Doctor is very right. Northwest and Southwest region are governed by military and not by law. Many have gone to their early grave because of the military quest to have money or collect undue taxes. Can we build peace by coughing innocent people while their greater enemies are in the bushes? That's why the crisis has no end, because the military has an agenda of raising funds. Felix from Bamenda. Hello, Mr. Javi. Hello, my media prime. Good day to you all in the studio. I am Ibrahim from Bamenda. The killing of innocent people in Tiko by terrorists is a clear indication that those so-called Amber fighters are nothing but blood terrorists who are out to murder Anglophones, period. The agenda is to destroy the Anglophones' economy, livelihood, and destroy their life. Who are Amber terrorists to tell people not to go out of their house? The arrest of youth in Ekona is justifiable. The military know their job better than you civilians. If they arrest people, then it means they have intel about infiltration of such gatherings by armed terrorists. So let them do their job. When the voices are thoroughly investigated, the innocent will be sent home. All of us know for fact that Ekona is swelling with armed terrorists who disguise as civilian. I'm sure Dr. Ako John will react to that after Mr. Vitalis must have given his own opinion. Those who are children of the poor, because military can just go and pick up children of the high, cannot go and pick up children from high-ranking Yaoundé like that. This is Takwi writing from Bamenda. Mr. Jarvis, the panelists, the government is the block. The government is the block of the return of peace in Northwest Southwest through the governor, the DO, and the military, because they are eating fat from the crisis. This one reads, says, good afternoon to you, Mr. Jarvis. How can you also be saying Bala Blue 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 when we know that it is Bolaba? A town hall is different from... I didn't know Cameroonians were so very, very focused on what is happening in Nigeria. Mr. Elvis, Mr. Jarvis, I want to thank you for your topic today. Truly, your station is really the African eye. But we don't need to argue the fact that the country is being ruled by Good afternoon, House of Commons. I am Joe from Bamenda. Tell the red cap man that he should stop talking rubbish that does not mean people should respect Amber instructions. Thank you very much. Mr. Vitalis, your reaction on that? You agree with Mr. Suleman?
Yeah, the thing is that, Jarvis, when I listen to people talk and the actions of so many people, you know, when you say you're a militant on the CPDM, people look at you to be very bad, because some people have decided to paint President Paul Biya black by their actions. I don't see any reason why children will go to the field to play football and they will be arrested. If going to the field to play football is that they want their town to come back to normal, they want things to become normal so that they can enjoy their town. I think it was for the military to allow them so that other people can emulate from them and come back from the bushes and join them. When you arrest them like that, other people who are in the bushes, they will not be afraid to come and join these people. So I think that the military at this point, they were very, very, very wrong. When I talk, I always quote example from the general in Bamenda, General Buba. General Buba has come to Bamenda, and when you look at Bamenda, there are a lot of changes. You know, at first in Bamenda, the military were there for financial extortion. There were extortions. When you list Matasm, everybody goes down. Those who don't have report, ID card, they were forced to pay huge sum of money. When you reach my 5, those who don't have ID card, they were forced to pay huge sum of money. When you reach upstation, even if you are carrying a television from Douala to Bamenda, if you don't have the documents, you will pay money to the custom. He has come and he has cancelled all these things. And when you look at Bamenda now, the people, they're really enjoying their town. That is how somebody should work. You don't come to a place and you create an avenue of working money for yourself. It's not very good. I think we should work for this nation. If we work for this nation will be a better nation tomorrow. But if we think that we are there for ourselves, then that's very wrong. Then for another thing too, like Mr. Suleman was saying, you know, the Amba fighters, when they have defined, we are in a state of war, and they have defined their strategy. Their strategy is what? Their strategy is that economic sabotage. And if they say that, don't go out. You don't go out because you are respecting them. Yeah. You don't go out because of fear for your life. Yeah. But if you choose your life, if you choose death over your life and you go out, I think I should blame you, because you don't expect somebody who has not gone to school. Yeah. What do the Amba boys know about the Geneva Convention you are talking about? Some of them don't even know how to read. Yes. They don't even know how to read. So you can tell that in the Geneva Convention, they don't even know what you are talking about. So I think that you look at your life. Yeah. Am I safe? Then you go out. If you can, it's left for you to determine whether you are safe or not before you go out. Don't think that you go out and Amba boys will read and say, no, Geneva Convention say that we should not do this. And these are people who are illiterate. Some of them, many of them have not gone to school. They don't even know what it means by Geneva Convention. They don't even know what it means by human rights. They don't even know anything. The reason, the only is that if they say that you don't go out, don't go out. When they see you out, they shoot. Finish. So it's left for you to decide which one is good for you. So I don't think we should come here and say, Geneva. You talk Geneva Convention to a Amba boy. What? Somebody who cannot read your name. What does he know about Geneva Convention?
Are you by chance saying that all those who are fighting on the ground, asking for a breakaway state, are illiterate?
Many of them are illiterate. Yes. Very few of them know what they are doing. Many of them are.
But should that be a justification for taking the life of the one you say you want to protect?
It's not a justification for taking lives. We all condemn them for killing. Yeah.